Welcome to Chats Around the Kitchen Table. Harriet, Pippa and Julie will be sharing honest conversations about life, spirituality and whatever wants to be spoken today. We'll be talking about what we do and love amongst the realms of spirituality, life and truth. One common intention to share what has helped us along our path in living a healthier, happier and more fulfilling life. Welcome.
Ta-da!
Deep breath.
Made it!
So this morning's setup was, we use OBS. That had completely disappeared off my laptop yesterday, so I reinstalled it. And then several things weren't working. We lost the end picture, but between us, how long has it taken? Well, possibly say 3/4 of an hour. We have finally done it. But I think we did well. Nobody fell out.
Maybe we'll come back to that conversation at the end when we're ready, when we've got a bit more under our belt. So, we'll pick a card.
We're going to pick a card. So welcome everybody to episode number 4,
Yes.
I think we are now, aren't we?
Number 4.
So it's all good.
Oh, am I going first?
Go
am I?
first. So
Okay.
someone who listens to the podcast said to me they're a little bit confused about the tarot cards, and it's just about, for us, because we love our tarot so much, it gives us a point of conversation. We look at the card, what does it mean for us? So as a listener, you don't have to understand about tarot, it's just hearing what we say about it, really. Yeah.
I think it shows you how you could potentially use tarot as well. Because you could do the same, and you don't have to know what they mean. You can just look at the card and think about what it means for you. Because I think that when I interpret, am I looking? No.
Yeah, well, half look as you talk. That was a good one.
But yeah, I think that when I do my cards for my Moon Mornings group, how I interpret that really varies on the insights that I've had that morning. Yeah. So it shifts and changes.
Because I do look at the cards for that Moon Mornings.
Yeah.
And I think that your description of them, and I know some of it is what you're putting down, others is what you've read, but I always think it's really act for the day, regardless, because I'm not doing the read, I'm just looking at what you're saying. Yeah. So also we're aware that not everyone watches this, so we apologise if we don't remember to say what we're seeing, but we'll try.
Harriet is just pouring the tea, I've just got my lovely cup of tea.
And I've been very kindly given my own mug, which I'm quite impressed with. My merch that I like. Oh, and she's made a blubby. There you go, Mr. Blubby. So, Pippa, what card have you drawn? Do you want to show it to the viewers and then talk about it, or do you want to leave it on there? Or
there was a sharp intake of breath.
Because
I love this card. So death card, I think some people can get a bit freaked out about. But in the deck that we're using, which is Chris Ann's Lightseers Tarot, she actually calls it Death Rebirth.
Yeah, which is kinder, really.
It is kinder. I quite like that. But I see the picture as like a portal of opportunity.
Yeah. There's
a nice light, and we're just entering the waning phase of the moon, and it's all about what do you want to let go, what's ready to end now, but it's ending for a new beginning. Yeah. So what is it? What's getting in my path? What's stopping me, or what are the challenges that I'm meeting or coming up against? Tech. So I
want to say that the actual picture is
describe
the picture. It's like a red shroud. Would you call that?
Like
Darth Vader. Yes, good description.
Hooded cape.
But instead of seeing a face where the face would be, it's a sky with a really bright light as the focal point. So that's the portal bit for me. It's like so the death bit is further forward in the picture, so that's what is now in order to go through into the portal to begin again.
Because with every ending is a beginning, and I know that's the classic thing to say, but it's about change, isn't it? And I think people can be afraid of change because they don't know what's coming, but I think change is the only constant.
If you think about what happens in nature, things die, don't they? And then it's the composting.
Yes.
the, you know, you
the
kind
planting,
of think,
yeah.
well, you kind of think that the death is the end, but it isn't. It composts the next thing. Like if you're talking in terms of letting go of things, you know, you're making space, but also when things die, it's like, what do you want to take with you? What just needs to be recycled?
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's like that nutrients, isn't it, for the rebirth. And we were talking a lot about that at the Scorpio full moon as well, because Scorpio really reaches into the depths to clear out. And I said about how it's a fixed water sign, and when I think of fixed water, it is that kind of composty, mulchy, mushy stuff, but there's still lots of life in it. It's it's not necessarily stagnant. There's still a lot of life that's coming out of that. So that brings up lots of very relevant things.
And what does it mean for you then? What are you sort of, when you look at that card, apart from the tech, what are you?
So I think what's been coming up a lot for me at the moment is about abundance mindset and what I believe to be possible for me. So I am, when these things come up, instead of going, well, I just can't do it, I'm just no good at, I just don't know how to do it. Instead of doing that, I'm searching for okay, I don't know it at the moment, so what are the steps that I need to take so that I do know it, and so that I can do the things that I want to do.
I love that, because then you're making new connections, aren't you? And that will be growth, because you don't grow into something that you already know how to do you?
But it's like I'm looking for the step, like what are the next steps I need to take if I want to be there. What are the next steps I need to take to get me there?
And also I think that brings back community too. There may be someone who knows how to do it, you may not, but it's about communicating and finding someone that maybe
can.
Help, we need somebody.
You've been showing up a lot more on your lovely Instagram page. So talking more about what you do and communicating more about to attract the people that you want to work with.
I feel like I'm making friends with technology at the moment, rather than seeing.
A very fickle friend.
That's not what you said when you walked in this morning.
Yes, it is. It's a very up and down relationship at the moment, but it is forming, and I'm starting to view things like how my laptop works and how Instagram works as being a core part of my business, rather than being like the bane of my life. I hear a lot of people talk about, I need to post so much and like content and things like that. But actually, I've quite enjoyed making the content and it's a learning process, isn't it? So
and it's about showing up. I think it's not about the quality of what you do. It's about
definitely. I'm glad it's not about that.
But as I've said a million times, people have a 1.7 second attention span, so it's getting that hook. So if someone likes the first thing they see, they'll watch a bit more. If they don't, they're scrolling past, and that is just how it is. But I think it doesn't always mean, if you get 30 likes, should we say, that those 30 people are liking it. Some people just like and click past. But if what you say changes 2 or 3 people's opinions that day, that they feel happier, warmer, listen to what you say, feel engaged, then that's what you're looking for, isn't it?
So in the past month, I have gained 50 followers, and my views have gone up by about 2,000. Yeah. So that ain't bad.
So I can give you a little tip. I put things on TikTok, but I don't look at TikTok because that's very, very, very scrolly. But I literally put my videos on TikTok and then I leave. And TikTok always gets a wider reach because... So with Facebook, people have to be a friend. Yeah. With Instagram, they don't have to be a follower because non-followers can see your stuff. But with Instagram, it's literally anyone can see it. It's not targeted. But when someone... So on TikTok, when someone finds something, like they may save you, and then when you put something else on, that will come up to them, but it will always go out to everyone.
Okay. Interestingly, I'm thinking of going, I don't know whether this is the right time to...
That's all right.
I'm thinking of going into Substack. Well, not going into, but where you... It
subscribe.
Works, you subscribe. It works the same way as, I think, Instagram, in that there's a feed and that you can follow people. But it's more content driven. Yeah. And I think when you're starting something, you need to let people know what you're on about, don't you? And 1.7 seconds is not long.
Not
is
long.
It? It's not long.
And we certainly took
And a lot
longer
of
than that
people-
this morning to say.
I have a beloved university friend who I can talk about right now because I know she'll never listen to this. She's come, she come off all social media because she just said it's bad for me, for her personally, because she has comparisonitis, and yeah. So because I think it is quite exhausting. I find it quite exhausting to post because I want to get it.
Right, yeah, well I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I have to say I turn my perfection gene down.
Yes.
And with the hashtag you can only do 5 now, and I'm so blessed that you can only do 5 because I haven't got to think of loads more. I used to have them in a file somewhere.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the other day I noticed I'd put, instead of Norfolk events, I'd spelt the word events wrong. Well, because obviously many people have, and it still found something. But I just thought, oh well.
Yeah, but I think that's also the death rebirth card, isn't it? Not wanting, you don't have to be perfect. You just need to move forward.
Just be yourself,
compost and just keep going and just be more real.
And be more real.
I'm sure that's what gets you the connection.
And I think that the stuff that I've been looking at recently has said how this kind of thing, like even us being on here at the moment, because and I do love AI. I do think that there's a place for AI, but people are looking for real people.
Yes.
And people like seeing real people saying real stuff.
Yeah, making mistakes, hiccuping,
so,
burping, all the rest of it. Oh, pardon you.
More tea?
More tea, Vicar. So my card that I have, I can show it on here first. Look.
Like that one.
The Page of Cups. So it's a picture of a boy sort of looking a bit wistful up to the sky with, I don't know, light coming from his heart, I guess. And in the air are some feet. You can imagine they're his feet. And there's a little bowl there with a piggy. And I always say to people, you think pigs might fly, but actually they do. Look, because there's one with wings. But also on here, I must have noticed this. It's 2 hands making a heart shape. Must have been a long while I've been using these cards and someone pointed that out to me. And it's about, you think pigs might fly? Do you think you'll get things you want or love? I think you can. So for me, I am looking a bit wistful. I'm looking to change the way I do my work. So got some symbols in there. What's your take on the Page of Cups? I'll let you put that over there.
I always think it's like leading with what you love. Be led by what you love. Be influenced. Just for the love of it. And yes, pigs might fly. I mean, they didn't think it was possible for someone. Do you know the story of Dumbo?
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Elephant.
Where did I hear this? Dumbo thought he couldn't fly. Someone told him he could fly with the magic feather. Then he flies, and then he loses the magic feather, and he thinks he can't fly. And someone says, "You can fly. You didn't need the little magic feather to fly."
It's just a tool, isn't it?
It's just something that you think that you need, but you can. It is possible. Things that you don't think are possible.
Yeah.
They didn't think there are so many examples in history, are there not, of things that were like we didn't think we could fly in an aeroplane, and then
we do carry hundreds of people in it. But I know, I listened to Gong and one of his podcasts, he interviewed a lady who's she's 100 and something, but she wasn't in the same country as him, and she said, how would I have believed years ago that we would be able to communicate through a tiny screen? She said it's like teleportation, and in a way, isn't it just? Because anyone can watch this anywhere in the world or hear it in the world, and it's fascinating that is incredible, makes the world so much more accessible. So I quite like that. She was I don't know, but she was a very learned person.
Was she Edie?
Yes, Edie. Yeah, there you go. You got it. I've listened to too many. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But
book.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah.
And I think she always whatever her sons wanted to do. And I think one of her theories was if you look back what you enjoyed as a child, that's a good clue to what you want to do as an adult. So I remember she said that because one of her sons was always into books, and he then became a writer. I think something like that.
That leads on very nicely for the page, doesn't it, as well? Like, because it's that youthful feeling.
And I guess for me, wanting to change the way I work, it's daring to do it, and that sort of eluded from a holographic healing that I had with Pippa. That's the beauty of training people. You think you have a healing, but I'd literally never had one, so I didn't know. But things came up for that I was quite amazed at. And then I also had a day with Christine, and she came up with another idea along those lines, and I will talk about it later. But it's just about daring to change what I do, and there may be a period where it feels a bit flat, and I think when you do make changes, it's that holding on and not going, oh, I'll just go back to what I did before, because that can be easy to do that, and I think it's daring to hold out for the changes.
Working through the composty bit.
Yeah, that's the planting bit we do. I think we need to tap to reconnect that. Look, something's going on. That's probably the internet has gone down if you've suddenly lost us. Yeah. But yeah, it'll reconnect. This is, we got, so
Where do I go?
So where your finger is there, if you're going to write a message, and then scroll down, live.
Okay, because we're talking about tech.
Yeah.
This is. No.
Oh, 3, 2, 1. We're going live again.
Back again.
Hello, Facebook. We're back. So the thing is with technology, I absolutely love technology. I'm from Andromeda. If anyone wants to know that, if you want to know what that is in another life, and I love technology, and I absorb information with great detail, and part of what I do is love sharing that with others. But how we got through this morning, I don't know. We just kept pressing buttons.
Well, sadly, it wasn't anything really particularly techy, was it? It was turn it off, turn it on again.
That classic thing.
Unconnect it, reconnect it. Do it logically. Keep your stuff out of your head that it's not going to work, and you didn't start sweating, you said?
No, I didn't sweat until we'd done it already, then I did. But I suppose for me it's about daring to change things. I've been doing what I do for 26 years, and dare I change that? Dare I change the way I do it? But there we go.
When are you going to tell us what you're daring to change
I'll
to?
tell you privately first.
Okay.
Before I launch it, because that's going to be like a change period. But change is good. Change is the only constant. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Harriet's popped her hair up.
I've popped my hair up because I've got the 10 of Wands.
So do you want me to, if I just have it here a minute, and I can show it here, then
Which is a rather bleak mountainside with a few little lights
I've never seen
like
that.
the path. The wind's blowing. The yak is laden with what looks like her bed. She's laden down with a lot of luggage, and she's walking on. So this card is usually about moving on, isn't it? Letting go of burdens and moving
so
on.
that can classically be a moving house card, and I think if you're doing a reading for someone,
deliberately didn't say that because
No.
I don't want to find that into my house.
but if that's not what you're interested in, then it doesn't mean that. It can be moving forward, moving on, or can be moving away from. It's interesting you said the mountains are bleak. I've never seen that. Never seen
Well,
that.
it is,
That's
though,
just
they're
It's got lovely torches up the path.
Yeah.
What do we make about the 10? 10 being the completion.
Completion,
Completion, wands, energy, motivation.
Yeah, wands
passion.
is all about action, so it could be action coming.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm very close to. I always feel like I'm very close, but I'm very close to.
Well, you must be because
publicly-
it's a 10.
I can speak as well.
I said, well, you must be close because it's a 10.
Yeah, it's not a 9, is it? It's a 10.
To kind of actually saying publicly what coaching I want to do, and I've managed to find a way of bringing the homeopathy into the coaching. So
I could almost do a little
yeah,
dance for
well,
Harriet
almost do
there.
a dance, but I'll indulge a little if
Please
you
do.
don't mind. So the latest coaching qualification I did, and I am one for doing lots of qualifications, as you know, always searching. The final day was about recognising your pattern that you behaviourally, like what you actually play out in your life. And my pattern would be learn this, relearn this, because, and interesting that you got the page of cups. My fundamental limiting belief seems to be collected around I'm not allowed to have what I want. So I don't have permission. Obviously this isn't true.
But that's
This
just
is
a
just
belief,
what I
isn't it? This is the
believe.
trouble with beliefs.
And
They poke at us.
And that's what I play out. So I always have to have the buy-in of other people before I'll go and do something. Hence I hang out with these lovely people because...
But you still don't believe us when we say, because I know, if I can say one of the most annoying things about Harriet is when she'll say what she's doing, she never mentions homeopathy. And I have to say to her, but don't forget you do that, it's an amazing skill.
This must be a profound shift then.
Yeah.
Because homeopathy
She's
is coming into it.
Because for me, the homeopathy homeopathy you've done for me, and I suppose one day we'll talk about that publicly as well.
We don't need to.
Bit of a painful subject, but I mean that has been absolutely life-changing
it has,
for me.
and homeopathy was life-changing for me. But it's a very big subject, and not many people are interested in it. It's not mainstream, and that's really put me off. But
but you're going to change.
Ching Yi was inspirational when she sat there and said that she is sure she won't mind us saying she's has a. Well, I don't know, maybe we shouldn't say, but she works in the medical mainstream, and she wanted to bring healing in, didn't she? Sound healing. And she just kept talking to people, and it kept falling on deaf ears. And it was irrelevant to her that it was deaf ears. She just kept going. And I thought, you see, you don't do that, Harriet.
She's not attached to the outcome, is she?
I look for other people to confirm that it's okay for me to have what I want. Anyway, that's my pattern. So now I know my pattern. I've kind of managed to come up with a way of establishing that for other people, and then once you can see how you're like messing up your life, it'll always come up. You can't like fix it.
But it's about noticing it,
but it's
isn't
the structure that you operate in, and when you can see how you're, if you can see what's happening and keep it at bay, then you can choose to decide differently. And in doing that, of course, homeopathy, can't even say it, homeopathic remedies are about holistic, so they're not just, it doesn't just treat you physically, it's emotionally, it's cognitively, it's psychologically, it's also spiritually. So I can select a remedy based on people's like old pattern or pattern of behaviour.
Well, that sounds really
take
unique.
in the remedy,
Very
and we'll
unique.
see the remedy for me, and watch this space and
Yeah.
hold me accountable. Where is what?
I love
Even if
that.
you're not,
Because
even if you're not
that's
interested.
Because people love a physical
Yes.
thing, don't they?
Yes,
so when you're
you can
speaking to them, you're going to say, well, take this.
Yes.
And
That will
it's like
help
you're
you.
literally taking a physical thing.
Yeah. It's
That
like when
will
you give
be
someone
connected
a
to
crystal
everything.
to
Yeah.
go home.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I always
Affirmation
laugh that,
card.
I give people a crystal with 2 little foil angels in them and a candle when I do readings. And people either call me the candle lady because they remember I've given them a candle. And it makes me laugh really because that's the minimal thing what I've given them. But you're right, that's that physical something, isn't it, that people hold on to,
Yeah.
But it's good because I always say no matter how many students you teach, what will make your programme unique? And like if you're the same as every other homeopathy person,
that we can't
none
say.
of us could say homeopathist, it's about what makes you unique. And I think that like yours is into your moon cycles and things like that. And it's about finding what makes you unique.
And if I may say, that's what makes you a great teacher. Is that you give people the structure or the basics, and you encourage them to do it
I
their
don't want
way.
to be robots. I really
No.
don't. I was a bit attached to my crystal healing because I sort of thought it had to be done a certain way, but that's how I was taught. And then I realised actually I'm not watching those people when they're with their clients, so I dropped the need for them to do it my way. But you start with a design and then you build on it, and that's perfect. So I'm looking forward to hearing more about that. So will it be like one-to-one sessions you're doing? Is it going to be online? How are you going to do it?
It will be one-to-one sessions.
Online as well?
Yeah, you can do them online.
Broaden your horizons.
Can I just ask you a question, going back to the card? So are you taking that path now, up the mountain?
Away from the dreary mountain, you coming down with all your...
Because I love how I see that card is like, you're never going to make it to the top if you're carrying everyone else's crap.
And
Maybe
Are
it's my
you-
own crap.
Are
maybe
you
I'm-
leaving everyone else's crap that isn't yours at the bottom of the hill so that you can actually get
I
to
think
the
I'm
top?
leaving my crap. I'm
And
leaving
your
that
crap.
pattern that
Yeah.
I now know about.
Lovely.
I mean, it's ridiculous to live your life thinking that you're not
So it's
allowed
not
to have
that
what you
bleak.
want.
There are torches. There's lots of there's
funny,
lots
'cause
of
I thought-
light on the way up there.
I've never thought of people going up the mountain. I've always thought of them coming down and moving on. But you're right. I mean, leave it at the bottom and go up.
Have
You're
a
not going to
look
get
at
up.
you.
Look how much she's got. She's got loads. You're
Well,
never going to get up there with all that rubbish.
So that we can... Shall we draw a neutral card for the listeners and the watchers?
Yeah, lovely.
I don't think there is a such thing as a neutral card, but we can.
I
draw
mean
for
one that
listeners.
isn't for us. So
Yes.
I feel like Mel Robbins here, and as much as I love Mel Robbins, when she says, "Should we unpack this for the listener?" And I'm like, "Oh, please don't say that."
Why don't you like that?
I don't know. It just makes me feel ugh because she says it a lot. So this is a card for anyone listening. And this is the Six of Wands, and wands are all about doing. And I just think she's going, yeah, I can do it. And it could be directed at all of us. But also, if there's something new you want to try at home or revamp something, maybe it's the opportunity now. Hopefully we'll have inspired you that you can do anything. Anyone can do anything. You just have to start somewhere. Plant the seeds, isn't it? Shall I give you that one to put on top of that one? Then we can have that as
believing it is possible.
Yeah, and the thing is though, like Pippa said, she may not know how to do some of the tech stuff, but find someone who perhaps can guide you that way. And we all use AI, ChatGPT, because it's a good solutioner. It's got ways of sort of helping you. So it's about getting the ideas, finding solutions, not worrying about what you can't do.
Things like chat give it a structure, don't they?
So
it's your idea, and you're asking it to lay that out for you almost.
And there's no emotions attached to it, is there? So like that. It's just like the boss in the corner going, do this, do that, do the other. And literally...
Yes, but if you want it...
we've got to reconnect again. Oh, no, it's done.
If you want it to help you with the patterning stuff, it will help you.
Yeah.
Like, it can be quite compassionate. If you trained it.
If you trained it.
I mean, I've trained mine.
Yeah, well, I must admit...
Really helpful.
Well, I've trained mine. I don't want to be flattered. I want to be questioned. And if it doesn't know the answer, it has to tell me that, not make something up. Because AI is a prediction tool, and it will tell you, like a 5-year-old child, it will tell you a story if it suits it. But yeah.
So I want to bring up your holographic healing.
Yes.
Because I feel like since we've done that training...
So we had a retreat here, didn't we? Well, we did the training.
4 weeks ago?
We did the training and there was 9 of us? 7, I don't know, 5 of us, 5 students.
Well, there were 6 in total, weren't there? Because you all paired up.
Yes,
There were 6 students, but you were one of them.
Yes.
So Harriet was being
I was being
everyone,
the student, and the going outer. We won't talk about that. Another one of your patterns we've discovered. But I mean, I really enjoyed it. But so it's a treatment that I made up, literally. Just something I'd been using on my clients, and I just found these particular crystals and thought, I'm going to try doing that.
Did it come out of your crystal healing work?
No, it didn't. I literally, I'm going to be honest, I just started doing it. I don't know why I did. I just thought, a lot about working the heart. I think everyone's patterns form in the heart, and you may or may not agree with that from your theory. Things are heartfelt. So the idea was to clear the heart out. And actually, you say that part of the crystal healing course is that you look for the chambers of the heart for the soul memory. So that was what I'd done for a long while. But then, I don't know, not everyone wants to know what their soul memory is, or they don't take to it. So I just did the motions anyway. And then I just found other things happened. And then as I was travelling around, it's been literally 2 years, I've just been spotting crystals. And everywhere I went, I found a set of 6, like 6 Merkabahs, 6 points, and I just started collecting them, and I thought, I'm going to do this as a course, and that is how that came out. So I had no idea how it would work.
Did you come up with the course based on what you found, really, then?
Yeah, on what I found.
What crystal? So it came from your crystal knowledge?
Yeah, it came from the crystal knowledge, yes, and also my tuning fork knowledge, and also, I suppose, years of practicing that. Part of the auric field tuning, because I know, Pippa, you've done that one. So part of it was how the vibrations seem to change people's mindset.
And you also work with mindset, thoughts and beliefs and intentions a lot, don't you? Because I'll be quiet now because you're going to tell us.
That's all right. So the
session involved.
So the manifestation. So part of the session involved is that you get the other person to think of 3 manifestation statements, and it's not about I want a new car, I want a big house. It's about how do you want to feel. I think is what we focused on. And actually, part of that course, the Saturday morning, because I didn't know how it was going to pan out. I mean, it took a whole morning to work out what phrases to use, and I thought that was really. It was great. I was really awakened by that, because I thought the thing that people would stick on the most was downloading the codes from some imaginary source that they were supposed to do, this channeling. But everyone got that easily, which was amazing. But finding the statements was the bit, I think, that changed people.
It's because people are a bit they know that they want to change, but they're not necessarily sure on what it is that they want. Yeah. And so it really unpacked all of that. But I just wanted to talk about it today because I see in all of us that a shift has happened since then, and I do put it back to them, because in my own work as well, I'm starting to. I think it's interesting because the holographic kind of is encapsulating everything, the whole, isn't it? It's looking at
the whole picture, everything of you, your thoughts, your actions, your memories.
And for me personally, and I think from what you've said about how your ideas are developing, you're bringing together everything that you've learned, and it's like all these threads that have been like dangling are now coming together, they're tying up, and you're like, oh yeah,
it's like
and that directly links to that, and I could do that, and the same's happening for me with the things that I do, and I'm like, oh my god, why aren't I doing that and that in that order and putting it out as that? And you're obviously finding the same as well. But when I came to you for holographic healing as well, the shift was so profound that I felt it in my body. So when things were coming up, and it took a little while for me to notice, it took like maybe even a couple of months, and as things in life kind of crop up, and I just started to notice that I wasn't reacting or responding in the same ways, and I was actually finding that I'd almost pause in that moment and go, where is that feeling?
It's interesting.
It's gone. And I felt like there was like a little ping pong ball like going around in my body. It's like, well, where is it? It'll crop up in a minute, any minute now, and I'm like, no, it's just
for that
not
familiar
there.
pattern, you mean?
Or like, you know, where I'd normally go, oh no, like I'm gonna have to do that and that, and I'd feel it here, or I'd feel it in my gut, and I was like, hey, it's literally just not there.
And I suppose for me hearing that is incredible, because I don't know how or why it worked, but it seemed to be the combination of stuff. It does make changes.
It feels like a rewire,
shifts from
like
that
like something has physically and mentally been reprogrammed. It's like you've gone into me and gone da 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 da.
But in a good way. So I want to say, I suppose, for people who think, is it going to change you? Yes, but always be for the better, because I think it looks for your highest and best good.
Yeah.
You know that statement that you say you're not worthy of stuff isn't true, but it's in there somewhere. So it's about unwiring that and going, no, I don't want that anymore, isn't it? A bit like we're trying to find these wires. I'll unplug
now. It's changing the structure of where that belief sits. That belief for me was sitting right inside my, unconscious, but it was in my structure, and it was connected. Every time I went for something, it was sitting right there. And when you can see that the belief is there, but you don't connect it into your structure, then structure determines your behaviour, and then you just don't do it anymore. You just don't do it anymore. And I love the fact that the holographic healing came from a place of wholeness. Like you don't engage in a session with a client based on the fact that they need healing.
Oh no, definitely not.
It's them as a whole, their whole energy field, where they are at, and who knows what we do when we delve inside.
No, we don't know, do we?
But also the client totally buys into the session, because you've had that chat beforehand about where they're stuck and where they would like to develop their path going forward in those 3 statements that you come up together. And why it worked around the kitchen table, I think, was because we were a group done, we took it wasn't you saying, I think you should do this, was it? It was in the discussion, it emerged, and then someone heard something, oh yeah, that really resonates with them. That really resonates. And
when that
me.
happened, you just totally saw it in the person's eyes, in their body. They go, and if it wasn't the right one, it would be like,
Because part of it was, I think the sort of the rule was the statement. If it was too long to say it in one breath, it wasn't any good. If it didn't resonate with that person, then it wasn't any good. And literally, we some of us fired loads of different things, and then suddenly, I think that was Debs. I'm looking at where she sat there. She just went, Oh yeah, that's the one.
Yes.
And it was
she
just we
picked
all
up a pen and
wrote it down. And I think that is about letting also the client, as you say, is being involved in it. So that's not like they're coming to you, you're doing a healing and off they go. They're actually
really know what it is.
waking up thinking, oh yeah, that's what it is that I want.
That's what I want.
That's what I want. I suppose. Yeah, and it's doable. It's
doable. Opening up the possibilities for them that can happen.
Yeah.
And
the da-da moment.
And I love that it incorporates crystals, it incorporates tuning balls, it incorporates a bit of Reiki, platonic solids, and it just brings it all together in 90 minutes.
Yeah, oh yeah, and also you love the master crystal, so I have to say when I do it again, I don't say if then, when I do it again, I'll make more of what the master crystal is, because the thing is, I know about master crystals quite well, and I sort of wrongly assume that everybody must know what a master crystal is.
Tell the audience what a master crystal is.
So a master crystal is, generally speaking, a clear quartz or a smoky quartz, but it's quite a clear, and it's a particular shape. I'm going to draw it now. So every quartz point has 6 sides to it.
Yeah,
that's
come together at a point.
Yeah, come together at a point. But sometimes one of them is, I want to say it's a pentagram, and that may not be true, but I'm thinking of that shape. When you place your thumb on that, you're reading into the memory of the crystal. That was where it activates you to be able to get the codes down. So the codes aren't in the crystal, but that pressing that on opens up your channel to download the codes, is how I view that. But you've had some good visions with your master crystal, you told me, didn't you? You said you've been working with it.
Yeah. And what I see actually actually inside it. So when I chose my master crystal, because obviously
you said they were reluctant at first, weren't you? Because you said, do I need one of those? I'm thinking,
I've got so many crystals. Like
I must have so many crystals. You do not have as much as we do. We don't have enough, so you do not have so many.
So I was like, well, I'll let people are just choosing them, and like you said, you had 6 of everything, and I just let everybody choose theirs. So I just took the one that was left, and I picked it up, and as I looked in it, I saw Chichen Itza, and I love Mexico. And I just saw this pyramid kind of shape with the steps going up, and then I turned it, and that turned into a helix, like a DNA helix. So the steps became like this twist, and I still see it in there now when I pick it up. I just thought that's just so interesting, and I don't know what it means.
No, I need to know.
But I just found it really interesting,
but also
and I've been working with it.
You can actually program master crystals. The other thing is, so I have got quite a massive one. I have to bring it and show everyone, and it's a massive quartz point, and on the side of it is another sort of bit put on, and it just reminds me of a external hard drive. So my imagination is that I can channel with this, and it will store it in that external hard drive, and then when I want the information, I can just hold that, and it will give me that information. But if I say, I think that's a little bit like an AI tool, in that you download your thoughts into it, and then it reforms it and tells you what it is that you need to know. So I do think it restores the information.
So when you said that, I need to confess that I've been using my master crystal, which I'm now showing by the tarot card, and the
little piece I found from Malta.
And I'll sit there either side of my laptop and work with AI with my crystals.
Yes. Perfect, isn't it?
That we if we're talking about things that we believe in or whatever, quartz is used in all of our technology.
In watches, in
in your phones.
In phones, in tools at the hospital for lasers and scans.
So it is widely known that it does hold and transfer information. So I think for me it's just like shifting my perspective of how that works. And actually now I'm completely sold on this is how it works.
And I think with the crystal healing, which I still teach that, and I'll just say we've got a retreat coming up for crystal healing retreat. If you want to come to indulge for a weekend, that's in June.
Highly recommend.
Highly recommend, thank you.
We should talk. So crystal healing, I learned over 4 days in So 2 days with you, and then maybe 6 months later another 2
2
days. Did you do the same?
Yeah, done too. Yeah.
And
So it's like no one likes it then to be called basic. I forgot what I called it now.
foundation
course, and then advanced
advanced.
technique, because the technique's what's advanced, not the actual.
Yeah. And both of those courses were definitely my favourites. Like the insights, the meditations with the crystals, the insights, the aha moments that I got, I can still remember them. They're really powerful. Like when crystals get introduced, I think, into your life, it's very powerful if you like crystals. But doing it as a retreat, so are we doing both? Are we doing both courses
Mostly
in one?
both, yes.
So you're going to roll it into
one, yeah.
But being able to stay overnight and immerse yourself, I found it quite difficult when I did the courses to go back home,
Step into
have to cook
reality,
the tea, have all the same stuff going on. So being able to come and stay somewhere where you're with other people who are also doing it, I think would be a great opportunity.
Yeah, so it is a good opportunity to do that. I will say, if you live locally and you don't want to stay, there's an opportunity as well, but to be here in the evening is a requirement. But we're talking about crystal healing. So I mean, that's still my absolute favourite. I love crystals, and I suppose when we go back to how many people does it reach? So crystal healing course, I don't know how many I've taught, but it's about not how many, it's about those that do it who love it. I don't know how many I've taught over the years, but I know you two both really love your crystals. A lot of people do their crystals from the courses, so I'm not looking to train loads of people for them all to do it. It's about people who find they love it, and I think that's what changes it.
I mean, most people come and will hold a crystal, and some people will like feel it, won't they? Other people just love looking at them. Other people get visions and stuff when they're. Other people, it's not their thing.
Not their thing. That's fine, isn't it?
Not their thing.
Yeah.
But to think that they grow in the ground and they're underneath us all the time.
This is Harriet's. I mean, it's got some lovely inclusions, which are actually feeling on there, so that's nice. Yeah. So that's your bit. You put your thumb on there. Yeah, it's a reader master.
So when you look down from above, you can see the 6 sides, but also you do call them keys, these thin little triangles.
No, they're not keys. The keys are where it's cut out. I think you've got keys in the other one you've got.
Right. So what are those little?
So these are so these. There's a bit of a channeler as well. You've got a multifunctional here. So that is a direct link to above. So sometimes so it's a little triangle on the side there that makes up one of the faces. Yeah, so that's why you know it's a master, because everything goes straight up.
Right.
Sometimes you get them where those little facets, they're pointing to the left, which is past information, or the future, which is future information.
Right. But they're pointing up.
They're pointing up, so it's a definite channeler. This is a master channeler.
Right.
It's also a reader, because it's got another triangle one there. What's the other one you've got in your hand there? Has that got keys on it?
That's a milky.
So that's no, that isn't.
It's got a place there which I like.
It's got a little bit of a key. That's part of a key there. Key ones are more more defined from that, but that's also got a key on there. Yeah.
Is a key where it's broken off?
It is, and my husband will say it's just where it's broken, but of course he is right. But it's how it's broken and the strategic placing of the brokenness. But the keys just enable you to unlock more dimensions, I would say, of what you're channeling. So the master gives you the channel, and then this helps you unlock it.
So
makes
if
me
you're
tingle when I hold them.
interested in what we're talking about, I highly recommend you pursue one of Julia's crystal courses. If you're not interested, then you're not interested.
That's fine. Yeah.
And it's about doing it for you as well. I think it's about, if you're interested in crystals, you don't have to want to be a practitioner or anything like that. Just do it because it's something that interests you.
People enjoy placing them around the house, and you can make up why they work. There's plenty of science that will tell you what, but in the end, I think all three of us have found that they do work. We don't worry about that so much anymore, do we?
I think you have to bust your own beliefs, and the beliefs about whether they work or not usually comes from someone else telling you that.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah, so I mean, some people call them rocks or stones. I don't really mind, but
a lot of children are interested in them, aren't they? They start collecting them and stuff.
I keep getting told that a lot of people who come to me at the moment are like, "Oh, my grandkids have got so many crystals." I'm like, I find that really interesting, because I think that you tend to be drawn to certain crystals anyway, and I just think that kids are so innocent. They
don't think about the meaning, or they just love it because it's pretty.
With it, and that's what they're picking up. Yeah. Wonderful.
Well, I know that the crystal called opalite, which is actually a man-made crystal. When I've sold crystals at a fair, for example, the little kids come up and I'll say to them, "This will help you for your dreams to come true. What would you dream of? And you just see them holding it like that. And I just think it's great. Is it true? I don't know. But the fact you're getting them to think about what they want, that's what makes the dream come true. A bit like the feather with Dumbo. The crystal doesn't make it work, but you thinking about it could bring it in. That's like this, I've got it on my large pendant that Peter Campbell makes these, and lots of people have them. It's a clear quartz, and he puts like a little hood on the top of it, and it's got a Reiki symbol on there. My grandkids, they like to hold that, and I said, what are you going to wish for? And little George said, I'm going to wish for a dinosaur. Went up in his bedroom, and there was this massive dinosaur that was sort of hidden, and I said, look, there's the dinosaur you manifested. And because he's laughing, but who knows how it works. But yeah, but whenever they say, can I make a wish? I think, how lovely.
But what makes a crystal a crystal? Like, these are crystals, aren't they? They're just more expensive crystals.
Yeah, just
right?
diamonds.
Like the jewels.
Well, they're called gems, aren't they?
But and these are not so precious.
Yeah, they're
just
non-precious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but they're the same mineral.
But it's about precious in the eyes of money, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know?
And that's only to do with rarity, isn't it? And maybe beauty.
And how they're cut, and I think diamonds, because they're harder, they can be cut in amazing ways that makes the facet of them really different, doesn't it? Or the facets different, whereas a clear quartz, I mean, that is natural how that has been formed there.
But even like when you talk about the rarity of things as well, like I love how crystal, I feel like they are found when we need them.
Yes.
As a collective.
Yeah.
So things come to light and things are mined, and like at the moment, silver and gold are becoming rare, aren't they?
Oh yes.
But maybe there's a time. Maybe we don't need silver and gold anymore. We needed it for that time, and I think about how it was used as currency, and we don't really have currency in the same way anymore.
Yeah,
that time is passing, and it's like.
Our currency can be our energy as well, can't it? That's the thing, isn't it? You could probably reboil the kettle if you want that.
Everything's shifting.
I think we should talk about what we've got coming up.
Yeah, so I just want to say a bit about, I bought a new printer. I got persuaded to buy a new printer from HP, but the deal was pretty good. You get 3 months worth of ink, I'm going to sell it to you now, which would equate to £60, and the printer was £60, so to my head I got the printer for free. But anyway, I dreaded fitting it, because that's one of the things that absolutely sends me wild when you haven't got a printer, and I'm going, it's there, I'm showing my phone to the printer. Anyway, Monday I had a bit of time, so I thought, here we go. It was the easiest thing in the world to set up. I could not believe how easy that was.
Or did you just found it? Why?
Just did it, yeah, because it's a newer printer, so it's actually the Simmons one. You've got the Envy one, but I want to say. So the thing is though, is it because I've got more patience now? Has something changed from my healing that I just thought...
I think the technology's just easier, to be honest.
Could be that as well. But I also thought, right, I've got time to do it. And I think sometimes when we get frustrated with stuff, it's because we're trying to fit it all in with shorts of time. Like this morning, we knew we want to get this ready, but we just took our time and just kept pressing buttons until it worked.
Definitely relate to that.
But I think, like you said, take a moment, be grounded, like, no, start again. I think it's that walking away and coming back in, isn't it? That's good. So that was my printer mention.
What's your technology strategy you've been having? What's it been doing?
On the basis of printers, when I wanted to print out just a very simple booklet, it took me 3 days to print a very simple booklet, and I kept having to walk away, but my printer
was it doing then?
Defaulting to between Adobe and my actual printer settings, and it kept defaulting one to the other. I'm flicking about, but I got there in the end, and it was interesting what you said about time, because in my head I was like, I have time to do this. This will only take me 5 minutes. I had a lot on that week.
That's your error.
And it was like the universe was just going, well, no, because you just need to slow down. You just need to really slow down and think about all the things that you're doing at the moment and what you're trying to fit into a very short space of time. So I'm like, well, that's fine.
No,
it isn't.
Yeah. But it's about being patient with ourselves, because I mean, like with AI, you did the same summit thing as I did with Tony Robbins. And the thing is, he said technology changes all the time, even when they did it a year ago. So whenever you're looking for something, I always look for something that's only been out 2 or 3 months if you're looking for instructions, because literally everything changes so quickly.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone can keep up with it, to be fair.
For me, it's not the universe. It's the fact that you're getting worked up about it. So you're in those patterns.
Yeah.
Whereas when you were ground and you take a moment, and there were 3 of us here this morning
Yes.
we all had a very clear intent. We knew what our end result was. We were very clear. It's not working at the moment, but it's going to work.
It's going to work.
Because it needs to work. And there were 3 of us here, so I was happy because I wasn't doing it on my own.
Yes.
Because I need other people.
I think
So
that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, a lot of the time when you get frustrated, you're on your own. I can remember when I couldn't
you get in your
get
head
that
about
booklet printed or sorted out, and I remember we did lots of video phone calls, and that was when I first sort of got to know you better. And because you didn't really know what I was trying to do, you weren't attached to the outcome of it, you just looked at it logically.
Yeah, and like you were getting into like, is the universe telling me this? Is the printer not working? Is it this? No,
Well,
it wasn't
that
any
was-
of that. That's you getting
That was
involved
more of
in it,
an
isn't it?
afterthought at the time.
Yeah.
I was just like, this really needs to print
Yeah.
because I really
Need it
haven't
now.
got time and I need it
Yeah,
for
but
Saturday.
Okay, but that's getting stressed about it, isn't
Yeah.
it? Rather than thinking current reality, what is actually going on right now, and then you look at what's going on. What do you want to be going on? What could I try?
Yeah, what's the result?
But we're human, and
Yes,
we get
of
involved.
course.
And when you get involved,
Yeah.
you get in your stuff.
So that's the printer thing. But we are going to talk about what we've got done. So I
Yes.
actually looked at the time when we started today.
Yes, so did I.
So I got a little list. So we're going to say that on Saturday is the first thing. Oh no, we've got before then. The 8th. Here we go. 8th of May.
That's you, Pippa.
No, but the 8th of May, the
Saturday.
first
No,
thing.
9th.
Hang on, the 8th of
What am I
May.
doing on
We've
the
got a
8th?
Wroxham Gong bath. That's
Oh,
Jay and I
sorry.
doing our Wroxham Gong bath. So that's 7 o'clock start.
Where is
Then
it in Wroxham?
Wroxham at
Hoveton?
Hoveton or Hoveton. Hoveton Village Hall. But yeah, so that's there on at Wroxham. And then the 9th of May is your... I've written Astrology Workshop Journal Club, so do say about that.
So I'm going to be in Witton. There's still some spaces left. I'm going to be doing a short astrology workshop that will tell you about how you can work with your big 3 in your chart. So your sun, moon, and your rising sign. There is a natural pool there, which you are welcome to swim in.
Absolutely beautiful.
Oh,
It is
I'm gonna
absolutely
take my
beautiful.
Cosy, I'm going.
And it is, Laura will be hosting us, and Laura runs Flora in Hoveton.
And I went to the gardens this week
Oh,
with
yes.
my aunt. Oh my goodness, if any of you have not been, I've lived here for 30 years, not been.
Hoveton Gardens, yeah.
Azaleas and
Oh, yeah.
rhododendrons are out. Incredible.
Haven't got to go to
place.
Sheringham then, you just go there.
5
And-
minutes up the road,
Wow.
and it wasn't that expensive to get
And
in.
if you
and
go,
the
definitely
cafe
pop in
is
to Laura.
amazing.
I feel there, yeah. So that's at 7:30 start in the morning. That's an early morning thing. So that's
7:30
me
till
getting up early.
9:30.
There's a
Yeah,
little bit of
five to
food
on
involved. You
There
said?
is food involved,
So
and
do I
that
not
is
need to have my breakfast then?
no.
Oh,
Please don't have your breakfast
Good.
because Laura's food is
Cool.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so
that,
all food and drinks, all included.
yes. So that'll be on your website, Pippa Newman
Yeah.
Reiki.
That's
yeah.
under Journal Club.
Journal Club. And then on the 11th of May, it's your 2 doing your sound and Reiki bath.
At the beautiful St
South
Lawrence Centre.
Walsham,
in South
yeah,
Walsham.
so
do come along for
7
that.
p.m. that one.
Yeah.
We've got to get
7
time scales
PM.
right.
Come for about 10
Yeah.
minutes before. Bring a mat, bring a pillow, bring a
Get
blanket,
comfy.
or
Yeah.
a chair.
And if you want to book, you can book on either of
Yeah.
your websites, Health
Yeah.
Yourself or Pippa
Yeah.
Newman Reiki. Yeah. 13th of May at Fairhaven Gardens. So we're all sort of got involved with that. Sadly, last night our gong bath couldn't happen because it was too cold, and I actually went down there, and even the cold water swimmers, the water was warmer at 14 degrees and the temperature
Can
outside.
imagine.
And when people got out, they were saying how cold it was out. But yeah, so on the 13th of May, in the evening at Fairhaven Gardens, Pippa and I will be doing a mindfulness session. So do come along to that. That's at 7 p.m. as well. So yeah, that's things that are coming up in the next few weeks really. I've got the 16th of May is the Mind, Body and Spirit show at Swaffham, and it's 10 till 3, that one.
Can I mention about my summer solstice?
Yes,
thing,
of
even
course,
though-
yeah. So
So
the 20th of June, yeah,
on
I've written at the top.
Saturday, I'm teaming up with 2 local yoga teachers, Melissa and Sarah, and it's a beautiful wood in the middle of Heavingham, and we're hoping to, well, we will be hosting a bit of yoga, a bit of food, a bit of tree meditation walk, bit of yoga nidra, and a sound bath.
What sort of time of day is that?
It's 5 p.m. until 9 p.m.
Okay.
And I haven't quite put it out yet, but I will be putting it out on Facebook. Or Melissa, who's one's the happy yogi and the other's the blissful yogi. But
and where is that at again? Tell us.
It's at Hevingham.
Hevingham Wood.
Yeah.
Have you got a price for that one?
£45.
Yes. And it needs to be booked?
4 hours and food included.
And it needs to be booked?
And you need to tell
book,
us your
food, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Wow. Ladies and jelly spoons, I think we're almost there.
Thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you for listening. Comments always needed. Welcome.
Because we're composting.
We're composting.
Composting and moving on.
And, you know, I do get a lot of messages. We have got an email address. We'll put that in the bio notes. I hate that, but that's what they'll be in there. So do send us emails. Anything you'd like us to talk about, we're happy to try and...
Yeah, I'm interested to know if this kind of brought anything up for you as well.
Anything you want to make changes to, But,
yeah.
So, goodbye from us. I've got to press the end screen now. So it says the end. This is when I hope, yes, I have pressed start recording. So we'll catch you another day.
Bye.
Bye. We hope you enjoyed this episode. We'd love you to get in touch with us. Our email address is kitchentablechat88@gmail.com. We welcome your questions or even suggestions for future topics. Also, please share this episode with those that you think may be interested. Thank you for listening. Until next time.